In the Vatican's sacred halls, a quiet storm is brewing. He kissed the feet of prisoners, rode in a Ford Focus and dared to ask, "Who am I to judge?" Now a new pope wears the white cassock. Will he carry that same humble torch, or pivot back to tradition? Pope Francis shook the world, not with thunderous doctrine, but with simplicity, humility, and a smile that melted centuries of formality. But with Pope Leo XIV stepping onto the world stage, the Church finds itself at a critical crossroad. Is continuity even possible, or is change inevitable? Elected in 2013, Pope Francis chose the name of a saint who embraced poverty. He declined the apostolic palace, lived in a guest house, and championed open dialogue, especially with atheists, LGBTQ+ communities, and marginalized groups. To many, he was the people's pope, but not everyone cheered. Inside the Vatican walls, critics whispered. Some cardinals saw his reforms as destabilizing centuries of tradition. Then came Leo XIV, a name not heard since 1878, a choice that itself sent ripples, historical, regal, and full of meaning. He entered solemnly, silent but observant. Where Pope Francis kissed the wounded, Pope Leo knelt beside intellectuals. Where Pope Francis waved through crowds, Pope Leo rarely smiled, but his charisma, undeniable. So the question rises, is this the humility of the monk or the majesty of a steward? Pope Francis opened doors, synods on synodality, women given voice, conversations with the estranged. But Pope Leo? Thus far he's been cautious. While he praises unity, insiders suggest he may pull back on the progressive dialogues Pope Francis initiated. The global church watch is nervous. Will LGBTQ+ Catholics once welcomed now be left in the shadows? Will interfaith bridges collapse? Two popes, one church, and a billion believers holding their breath. Pope Francis reminded the world that power can be tender. Pope Leo must now decide, continue the walk on sandals, or return to crimson slippers. Will Pope Leo XIV continue what Pope Francis began, or will the papacy retreat into the past? History is watching, and so are we. What do you think? Is change worth preserving or too dangerous to continue? Comment your thoughts, like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into church history's unfolding future.